opinions expressed by guests in this video are solely their own and do not necessarily represent the views of the host or production team. This program is designed to raise awareness of mental health issues and to encourage coping through the sharing of personal experiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
And back home, tell me now about back home, your mom, your dad.
I didn't tell them anything that I was going through.
Why was there a reason why you didn't tell them? Did you think you were not going to be heard, or you just thought Mama was going to say stay nekutindi no sonyara?
I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know why I didn't tell them, but I didn't tell them. The only time I tried to express myself, I expressed to my brother. And that was, we were already divorced.
Okay. So you got divorced and the family did not know?
No, I then told them. Let's say a month into divorce, so she expressed it to my brother.
Oh my God. So there you were. It was a planned marriage you did not want. And then a few months into the marriage, you're already being introduced to some
Strange women.
strange women, one who's already pregnant. And you saw another one there who was at the house where I'm sure there were so many. And now you also
Apa manje
didn't.
pandakazoka kubulawaika. Ndakaona zvinhu zvangu zvatengeswa. Midziyo yemumba. Because he wanted to be bachelor.
Oh, you wanted to look like a bachelor to the women that were...
And actually, one of the funniest things that happened, there is this day, I took his phone. I just pressed the numbers. I didn't know his pin code.
Pin code.
I just pressed the numbers. And I found myself in the phone. There were so many naked girls, stuff. I think vanhu vaiva enjoya kuzvitora mavideos ake content yake nevasikana. Actually there were 2 different girls vakarara nawo and stuff. I forwarded to the pastor.
Ah, my God. Now that was so naughty of you. And what did the pastor say?
Because they didn't believe me when he said she's cheating on me, right?
So they still saw him as the innocent person.
Because even if you meet him right now, he's soft spoken, down to earth and stuff. You never believe Kutiana no fraumbi. Never.
So what did the pastor say when you forwarded?
He said noted. That's all he said.
He said noted?
Yes, and then I deleted. Because I was using his phone, right? I didn't know his PIN code. You get it? The things that would happen. I just punched the numbers. I found myself in. I forwarded to the pastor. They deleted.
Oh my God. But I'm imagining all this, because I always say there is no life without mental health.
True.
What was happening in your ears?
So when I forwarded I also took number. He had this guy from church. I don't know what was happening. I just took his number. And then I started asking, hi, so-and-so's sister, whatnot. Thank you for being there for my brother. He's going through a lot and stuff. This guy was from church. Mukomana aitova nemusikana wekuchechi. Mukomana akatanga kupinda second service yemayouth. Ini ndichienda first service yemacouples. Ndobva anonyenga musikana wekuchechi.
Oh my.
Saka painditi nini, I'm going to church to work. Makuseni aisada kuenda neni kupi? Couple service. ovasenda ku-youth service
Ah.
kwaana kutonosevha here kudepartment achitoenda kumadates nevakomana vekuchechi nechisikana chake chinyowani chekuchechi.
And the pastors were not seeing that.
They didn't know. They didn't know. Our church is big. So when I reached that guy, I told him, okay, can we meet at church? We met. They said, I'm so-and-so's wife. And he was like, what? You're lying. They said, okay, this is his child. Ah, they look alike. He took me to the pastor. That's when he was banned from serving. Kumana ari kuenda ku-youth service achitononyenga.
This was arranged. I'm telling you, there's nobody who does this when they truly love you.
I'm telling you, no. You won't harm your spouse
No.
if you love them.
I don't think he even loved you to the extent of wanting to really make you his wife. Maybe at that time he really loved you, and the dating process would have really
Helped, but then
helped both of you to see.
it was too short.
It was too short.
Too short. And we're not in the same environment.
I know, all of this, it's affecting your mental health, which is like emotional abuse and the like. Did he ever hit you physically, or
No. So what happened?
the emotional torture? I just want to hear more of the emotional torture.
I then managed to live without him for years.
Okay.
Right now, oh, yeah. So what happened? I lived years without him. Just me and my daughter, taking care of everything. He's like dad to us. You get it. So last year, I reached out to him and I said, okay, I don't want anything from you. I just want you to build a relationship with the child.
Your daughter.
With your daughter. He said, it's okay. Thank you so much for the opportunity, whatnot. What did he do? Nothing. He ignored the girl. So when my child went for holiday in Bulawayo with my sisters, there was a time he was also in Bulawayo, so he went to see her then.
Okay.
Just once. That was after 10 years of not knowing his child.
And from there, did you communicate?
Nothing.
Now that's one thing that usually affects so many single parents, in terms of many women cry to say, okay, I gave, now the father is not even looking after the child. I'm doing everything on my own. What lesson can you teach other single mothers in that situation?
I still believe that a child needs both parents' love and attention. If we can have more responsible men, it's not always about money,
Yeah, true.
but the emotional support. He doesn't know where his child schools. He doesn't know. He's never done anything, like nothing. But we need more men who are responsible. Even if you don't have money, just be there for your child.
Yeah, true. But at least you opened the door and you gave him an opportunity,
Yeah.
to say, you have a relationship with your
Child.
With your child. Yeah.
So people think single mothers are bitter and stuff. I'm not bitter. I just embrace the lessons that I learned along the way. I learned a lot. Nothing to be bitter about.
Yeah.
We only need responsible men who understand that financial support isn't everything.
Yeah.
You can be there emotionally, full stop. You can be there physically. You can come with a lollipop and say, my girl, I've come to
true.
see you, my child.
That's very true.
Come see the lollipop. Chichi. But, so there is a narrative inombopushwa nevamwe achinzi masingle mother havadi kuti varume vaone vana vavo. I reached out myself, not for financial support, not for any gain, just because I wanted him to have a relationship with the
his
child.
daughter. Yeah.
So where is the bitterness there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where is the
Yeah,
bitterness?
I like what you said. Financial assistance or money is not
It's not everything.
everything. Just being there, just picking your child from school, just calling to say how was school, what are you doing, just that it's important.
That's what you felt on.
Oh my God. I just want us to go back a bit, because family, they play an important role in our lives. Just you narrating the bit that you have narrated, what lessons have you drawn in terms of one, the Christian community, our church? I hope you're still going to church, right?
Of course.
Because after going through all those things, some
Of
people can,
course.
I'm just saying this so that somebody can learn to say, you
Yeah.
know what, some things are stepping stones, but at the end of the day, if it's God, God is God, you continue loving God. You don't have to backslide because of what happened. What would be your message to pastors? The fact that this arranged marriage happened in this day and age, it probably means somebody's also going through it, because I believe when someone goes through something, you're not the only person in the world who is going through that. So what message would you have, especially to the church and to family, especially as mothers?
Okay.
We don't want certain things kuti zviitike nekuti ndozonyara vekuchechi vanoti chii.
First off, to the church, I think I learned to be more dependent on myself spiritually. I had to make sure I have a personal relationship with God. I had to make sure I hear God on my own. I don't need to depend on a pastor to tell me about spiritual stuff and stuff. So I built my relationship with God to an extent that nothing can come between me and my God.
God, yeah.
Because if you're too dependent on my pastors, dera vachakuita let down uchaita sei?
Yeah.
Dera vachanzi vabatwa red handed uchaita sei? Wobva wasiya chechi handi. But inini, I managed to build my relationship with God to an extent. Actually, I've just shared a quarter. But if I were to share the experiences that I had in church, the large part of them, my sugar. But I'm still here going to church, still loving my God, because I managed to create a relationship with God on my own.
Yeah.
Until today, handina pressure yekuti ndoda kunzi ndoda kunamatirwa nemufundisi, because ndongobhilivha kuti haye mwari anorwa vafundisi neni anondinzwawo.
It's actually true.
Saka that's how I have been managing my spiritual life. I still respect them, pastors and stuff, but even ndikavabata red-handed, havana zvanondiaffecta. Relationship yangu naMwari iri intact. And haideterminiwi navo.
Yeah.
And also, when it comes to family, all I can say is parents should learn to love their children better, put the interests of their children better, especially generation yedu. We should try and do better, because if we do parenting yakudhara, ndiyoyo yekuzoti handidi kunyadziswa, uchisacrifice mwana wako. Saka which is better?
Yeah.
Saka let's not sacrifice happiness yevana vedu for anything.
True.
if anything, let's put their interests at heart first.
True.
Kana mwana akatouya akatoti murume kumba hazvina kumira zvakanaka, ngatimutende, tomunzwisisa kuti zveshuwa mwana wangu ukaona ataura kudai pane zviri
Because
kuitika.
there's no woman who gets married in order to come out.
Hazviti,
Hapana.
munhu wese anenge achida kugara mumba make. Saka ini ndikazouya kwamuri ndoti handichadi murume mofunga kuti ndinzwisisei,
motibatsira.
Ndingangoda kubuda marriage.
Exactly.
Ndingangoda kungofunga kuti ndoda kubuda marriage ndikunyadzisei ndidii. Because in Africa, in our society, zvonyadzisa kubuda marriage. Saka ndingangoda kubuda marriage.
Exactly.
Saka if I come to you and I say, this is not working,
give me an ear. Kana muchitigadzirisa
motigadzirisa, but nditeererei mundinzwe.
And you know, I've actually then read, if you read most of the cases, I'm sure our viewers can also attest, we've read stories about husbands being killed by their wives.
Yes.
Or wives being killed by their husbands. All of this, they actually emanate from there.
Toxicity.
Where you go back home,
yes,
your parents are telling you, ndozvinoita marriage, ndozvinoita zvino, you go there. But that, you know, there's anger building up. Anger building up, yes, up until wakuzopedzera anger yacho pamunhu. So looking for help is important. And when people come to us as families seeking help, let's listen to them. Panogadzirisika pogadzirisika.
And anger inobuilda manje.
Anger inobuilda.
Nhasi wamuregerera chipandi, mangwana wamuregerera, mangwana wokurova wamuregerera.
Kana usina kutobatsirwa in those things, it's going to pop up. You started by talking about, you know, you living in a violent, you know, and all those, you know, having studied a lot, you know, on mental health and things, all that violence is actually emanates from people with unresolved issues.
True.
So now you can imagine that family, the kids, what they grew up exposed to.
Yes.
The young boys will end up beating their wives because that's what they are, you know, exposed to. Oh my God, there are so many lessons. I mean, Ale. So during that time, the toxic marriage, the toxic environment that you were just exposed to, what made you hold on? Because at some point you had suicidal thoughts.
Yes, I actually wanted to kill myself at some point. I remember, my story.
But it's so good that you're laughing about it, and I hope somebody watching can also say, good, no matter how deep the pain you walk,
I remember ndakatora banga mumba pandabereka mwana kumusana ndikati ndonozviurayira kuchibage. Vandasvika paya vandaburusa mwana ndaida kumuraya first ndozviuraya inini. I heard a voice rakati, you will not die unfulfilled. I heard it audibly. Uziva zvaIsaac zviya zvokuti akuda kuuraya ndo zvakaitika. Ndakabata banga so ndakuti
God saved you right then.
And I heard a voice audibly, you will not die unfulfilled. Ndo pandakatora mwana wangu vandadzosera musana vanaenda kumba. God himself saved me.
God saved you. God loves you.
Because ndandanika. Ndandaremerwa. Ningusina kuudza. Vafundisi andovaudza kunzi ari kundiitira chipambi. Nema dzakacreatwa. Saka uchienda kunani?
And which is important, you know, when we talk mental health, I like that point where you are bringing in when people, and to somebody who's watching, if you're going through a similar story that Alice has gone through, or whatever story it is, I always say it's important to find a trusted person. So it pains me that, you know, sometimes when people go through what they go through, the people around havatauriki navo.
Nyange ukada kutaura navo anogona kukujaja iwewe havakunzwisisi. So ndo zvakandisvisa papoint yekuda kukomita suicide because ndanzwisisina before handinda nayo.
Oh God, that is really touching. But anyway, I think if somebody is going through something similar or whatever painful situation, and around you, you don't have anybody to talk to, there are numbers that are showing on the screen right now. Please reach out. I do therapy sessions. I do counseling sessions. Alice herself can also reach out and get to also help you so that you come out stronger. Today she's laughing, but back then it was pain and
It was,
tears.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
look at her now. So let your story be a testament as well to you. So what coping skills, what did you do? I just want somebody to understand the breaking point where you ended up saying, you know what, I'm choosing myself.
I think when I came across the nude pictures and stuff in his phone, and
The
I
ones
sent,
that you forwarded to.
yes, and I forwarded to the pastors. I then said no. So the pastors then said, don't leave. Chumusiya abude mumba. Yo sabuda. Msiya abude. That's I was ready
All
to go.
right. Okay.
But then they said, no, don't leave. Let him go. And he went. So I even stayed 3 months in Chishenget on a landlord. This man, bless
Oh,
you.
oh, bless you indeed.
So I think that was the last call. Vandasiana now. But I then went to work as a maid.
Okay.
I sold everything that I had. Rakandisira. Because you know what she did? When we married, when we wedded, family yangu yakauya nema-gifts. Masofa, zvii, mafiriji. What did you do? You would sell wotenga zvinyowani. Kuitira kuti zvisanzi
Zvakabva kune
zvakabva
mukadzi.
kwenyu. Saka aitengesa
Or
otenga zvinhu,
replace.
oreplace. Saka when he moved out,
He took
he
those
took
things.
everything. He took everything.
Ah,
So he left me with a bed, my plates and stuff and stuff. Akawanda maplates, masets, hobo, my kitchen party nemuchato, ndozvakandisiya nazvo. Then he went. So when I then decided, okay, I'm now starting a new life. I sold everything, the bed, the curtains, the blankets, everything. And I already had a passport.
okay.
So when I sold everything, ndatorera mwana wangu passport.
Okay.
We went to Botswana.
Is that where you worked as a maid?
Yes. Vandanoita maid. I worked as a maid. I told myself, all right, mba kwedu ndakarerwa ndiri last born ndisingagoni kana kusuka mugoti. But ndikada kuita chilast born mulife.
Life in a last born.
Life in a last born. Then I worked as a maid for 2 months. I left Botswana. Ndaunganidza mari yangu shoma iyoyo. Pandanoita huku mumasvingo. Ndotora mabroiler. That's how I started my life. Started supplying my restaurants slowly but surely. Nishitokura. So that's how I then pandatanga kuita zvima online courses zvakawanda. Ndikuti ndangoona online course
You'd do.
keep me busy and also
Also upgrading yourself, and
upgrading
your
myself.
mind is not idle.
Yeah. So yeah.
You know, this is a lesson for many of us women, because sometimes, especially after you've been married, you were doing, wangwane kamwe ka lifestyle, wakuyenda wonoita maid, that is a big lesson right there.
Ndichitoseka vamwe vasikana vachiti handina zvokuita. Hauna zvokuita.
Hapane munhu anotoda kuwachirwa hembe somewhere.
I
Tangira
did that.
Tangira ipapo.
Ndisingatofungire kuti ruoko rwangu zvichawacha hembe dzemunhu ndikafambisa mopumba.
But what you are saying, it's a lesson as well. I always say when I teach coping skills for mental health, to say, always have a vision of where you want to go.
Yeah.
kuitira kuti apa pauri kuita made up ziva kuti inini ndida kuenda uku woziva kuti handisi made forever. Maybe I'm just a maid because I want to raise mari yakadai ndozonoita bhero rawati wakaita wozonoita huku and look at you now.
Ndikatombo contesta for member of parliament.
You see, people don't know that. She actually she's a politician. She's a politician actually, but wakaba somewhere. Those are the stories that really build. So I really appreciate you getting to share this with people, because sometimes munakazongo kuona ndiviki uyu ari kuverenga news, Alice uyu ndiari kuita the things that she's, I mean you are doing a lot of things, cultural exchange programs that you are even doing, zvakawanda, but unekwa ukabva. And that is what I really intend to bring even on these programs, because people need to learn from that. That's why I started Kwekutanga Nchiti. We see somebody strong, but there's a journey. Yauka Famba. There's a journey Yauka Famba. So as we're about to conclude, I do mental health. That's my call from God. What message would you have to somebody at home who thinks mental health inonyadzisa, zvinonyadzisa, kuzotaura nhamo dzangu pane vanhu chii and the like?
Pane online course yandakatora so, and I learned that the brain is part of the body.
Actually.
Saka, why do we take mental health so lightly? If you're sick, you're sick.
Exactly.
Because it's a physical organ. It has to be taken care of.
Absolutely.
Saka mental health yakakosha singaiti. Do you know kuti there was a time when ndakapinda depression singakwanisi kana kugeza?
I know that happens.
Kana kugeza kana kudya chingoswera ndakarara ndichichema. Singadi kutaura nevanhu. Munhu akada kuuya close to me ndomupush away. So we have to take care of our mental health. The same way atinoti handidi kubatwa nechirwere chakati, handidi kudii, ndoda
do that to your mind.
Do that to your mind. Because do you know what I always say, kuti, if you are affected mentally, hauna production yaunoita life.
Hauna.
I lost time. I lost days. Ndichichemba ndichiumburuka pamubhedha. Ndisingagezi. Ndisingagoni kana kushanda. Ndikasiya basa. Kuti ndakanzisiya, ndakasiya because I couldn't anymore.
And also when you're depressed, when you're in that state, it's almost like nothing matters. You lose interest in everything.
Everything. You just don't care about anything. Do you know that you can even affect relationship in anyone?
True.
Because I would do it.
Very true. Very true. I always say, our mind, our mental health is the engine that drives our life.
True.
If you don't take care of your mind, your mental health, it's going to affect every single thing.
Everything. I saw it. I lived it. Please, people, take care of your mental health.
Yeah.
Take care of your mental health. Ukatongona situation isiri in your favor. Siyana nayo.
Yeah. So what coping skills would you give someone? Because I always say when we talk mental health, we don't give each other coping skills, coping strategies and mechanisms. Maybe go to the gym, go out for coffee. What helped you?
I did a lot. My online,
online courses.
They kept me busy. Because that's what I lived.
That's what, which is a good one.
Because kune ariko are free. You just need to apply. Learn something new. Keep your mind busy. As much as you are keeping your mind busy, urikuto upgrade So that's what I can say, because that's what I lived.
Yeah, which is a great coping skill. And also, zvakakubatsira to also, not only for your mind, but because certificates akawanda,
yes,
one knowledge yakawanda.
but yet our coping mechanism.
Oh, man, it's so good to see people smile after the pain, because I know I've been through so much pain in my life. But anyway, as we're about to close, Alice, out of all this, out of all of this, I know you've already mentioned some lessons that you drew, but out of the pain that you turned into purpose, what can you tell people out there, your last parting words from your heart to people?
Everyone was brought on this earth to fulfill a purpose. Everyone. No one was ever created to get married, give birth, and
Grow
die.
old and die.
Die. I can't. Mwari anotoone assignment yakaisa pamunhu wega wega. So if you don't live life to fulfill that purpose, ndo patozoti hauna kufulfilla your mandate on earth. So I always tell myself kuti I was born to fulfill a purpose and I will fulfill it.
Yeah.
And I also believe, since you were not brought to earth to live life for yourself, you were brought to earth to live life for others,
Yeah.
to serve others.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those I don't believe as usual. You were brought for a purpose, and you were brought on earth to serve others. I think that's the greatest fulfillment one can ever have.
Yeah, true.
Because everything is about you. There is nothing fulfilling.
True.
You know, could we go, could donate, tichibatsira, help for people. Paunongoziva kuti mwana uyu ndindamuwanisa scholarship yakutoenda mberi
Oh man, you feel like you wanna do it. Exactly.
It's so fulfilling. You feel like the world's greatest.
Yeah, so true, so true.
So please always remember you were brought to earth for a purpose, to represent God himself. And always remember to serve others. Serve others. Life is not about you alone. Serve others.
Yeah. Wow, I really feel I could go on and on and on. But I think I'm also going to call you again, and then you can also talk to young ladies. You know, there are ladies who want to get into politics. There are ladies who want to open, what do you call them, organizations, PVOs. I know I'm already part of the, of the Shira Trust as well. And I've been part of Shiglos, but we cannot go without you talking about Shiglos. What brought Shiglos? Just in brief, you've already given your parting words, but tell us about Shiglos. But it's helping somebody. Tell us about Shiglos.
So when we founded Shira Trust, it was more about the marginalized and the vulnerable. So we then decided, okay, can we not create a wing that will stand for those women that are already privileged? So we can celebrate them.
Yeah.
We can facilitate my collaborations amongst my influencers. So She Glows is largely about influencers, influential women.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they are sung or unsung. For as long as they are doing something very impactful in their societies, we celebrate them. We celebrate those women. We facilitate collaborations. Kuti ku Zambia kuna chef ariko, mu Zimbabwe muna chef arimo. Can we not bring them together?
Yeah.
Because we are Africans, we are one. Let's bring them together. Let them work together. Let them explore each other's audience and whatever's. Ngavashande vese. Uyo ku Zambia ngawo ya benefiting ngawo nemakambani ari mu Zimbabwe achamusupport.
And those events have been so good. I know I've attended their events. I'm not just saying this because she's my little sister or what. But the events, in fact, I think you must give me the clip of that.
Oh yeah.
The one where we had those chef fry,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that one,
I'll
so that I
share.
can also get to
I'll
share
share
it
with
for
you.
people to see the
I'll
kind of
share.
work as well that you are doing. So everybody watching, we all had Alice's journey, and I can assure you this is not the first time she is coming and going. She's definitely going to be here again. But through her journey today, I just learned that, what, strength is not an absence of pain. Pain can be there, but pain can be turned into purpose. It is not necessary for you to close yourself in and just think the world has come to an end because of the situations that you are going through. And remember, your life is controlled by your mind. No matter what situation you are going through, look for somebody that you can talk to. If you don't have the numbers on the screen, the email that it's showing right now on the screen, get in touch with me. I'll be able to also assist, link you up with Alice so that you can also get to, delve deeper, and she can also get to also, assist you. So like I always say, there is no problem without a solution. Your issue can be solved if only you can reach out to somebody. Take care.